Three of the named defendants are charged for their alleged roles in both schemes. This alleged illegal gambling operation hustled unwitting victims out of tens of millions of dollars and created a financial pipeline for La Cosa Nostra to help fund and facilitate their organized criminal activity. Victims were attracted to play alongside well-known professional athletes and coaches like Chauncey Billups, only to be unknowingly deceived through rigged shuffling machines, fixing the odds in their favor, as alleged and as you just heard from the U.S. Attorney's Office. This alleged scheme wreaked havoc across the nation, exploiting the notoriety of some and the wallets of many to fund the Italian crime families here in New York.
The first case, Operation Nothing But Bet, exposed a gambling ring built around professional basketball, where players and associates allegedly used inside information to manipulate prop bets on major sports betting platforms. They placed wagers on unders on players to score less, rebound less, assist less, using information that was not yet public. In some instances, players altered their performance or took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics. Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. The proceeds were later delivered to his home, where the group counted their cash.
Wow. And this video is going to be all over the place. I used to be a big NBA fan. When they became political, I kind of got turned off by it now. But I love basketball. I played basketball as a kid. I got some, I got some hops now. Now I got some hops. I don't know about now because, two kids later, these don't work the same no more. But enough about me. Let's talk about some obvious antics here. No way, bro, made it so obvious. I'm sorry, guys, if you can't quite see it. Let me get out of here because this is some craziness. There's some proof here, and we're gonna talk about Stephen A. Smith. He's trying to make it seem like Trump is doing this personally. Yeah, he missed dribble that, and then look at this pass here. He's gonna throw it. Look, he threw it way out. Turnover. Okay, that's gonna help my underarm. Yeah. Terry Rozier. Yeah, I think they got him. They definitely got him. Allegedly, LeBron James is in this too. Oh no, not King James, so-called King James. Not him too. Yep. Allegedly, he's in on it too. Right? And is it a coincidence that he's not playing right now for a supposed injury with the Lakers? A man that has who barely missed any games in his 40-year career. Now he's getting up there in age. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And all these are just accusations. But now the whole image of the NBA, because they're already losing money. Their viewership was heading in an all-time low. We already know that stuff with Luka, that was political. Hey, trade Luka for nothing to the Lakers, and we'll give you the first-round pick. Everyone knows it. That's just my personal theories of the case. You let me know your theory in the comment section. But Stephen A. Smith got some commentary to say about this, and he believes that Trump is coming. Apparently, Stephen A. Smith believes that Trump is personally targeting the NBA for whatever reason. I don't know why he thinks that, because these guys were under investigation for years. 2023, these people were watching these guys. And Stephen A. Smith sitting here pretending, oh, yeah, no, Trump is coming. This is political prosecution. It's to disparage the NBA.
This is about the integrity of the league. This is about impugning their integrity. This is about making things a bit messy and inconvenient. And whoever has to suffer, so be it. And why? Because people came after him. I've said before, vengeance, retribution. The man ain't playing. And this is not me casting aspersions, making judgment, or doing anything on anybody's side. I'm just telling you what I know. The man ain't playing. The National Football League decides to elect Bad Bunny as its halftime entertainment. And shortly thereafter, we saw the Department of Homeland Security saying they have every intention of attending the Super Bowl, of being at the Super Bowl, outside the Super Bowl in Santa Clara, where they will be waiting for people trying to come to the Super Bowl, looking to engage in detainment and ultimately mass deportation. You got rumors in the hip-hop industry and the music industry where Bad Bunny is telling his folks, because he's from Puerto Rico, don't bother coming with me, because he don't want them to cause them any problems. Trump knows this, don't care. You got the NBA now with this on immediately following opening night. It's not like some superstar was named in all of this, y'all. This is Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier. But it didn't stop them from having a press conference at 10 a.m. to make sure that ABC had it, and First Take had it, and the sports world had it, to let you know what's coming down the pike.
Now, I'm not saying LeBron James is in on this, because I'm reflecting on what I just said, and I'm like, maybe LeBron James may not be in it, but it calls into question. Now people got doubts. Is LeBron really injured? Yo, it put the whole league in question. But Stephen A. Smith is the only one seemingly trying to make this narrative that Trump is personally coming after the NBA, right? I just think it's bad timing, right? Yeah, maybe they maximize attention by bringing this out 10 a.m. in the morning. But Chauncey Billups, all these players, imagine these guys made millions of dollars in their careers. So imagine that. One guy was a head coach. Squander it for what? Some fast money. Like, come on. Like, it's a pattern consistently in the black community. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Black culture incentivizes and pushes people for short-term gratification. Y'all hate long-term gratification. You hate that stuff. No, what? You save my money and invest consistently over 10 years? I don't got 10 years to wait. I need my money now. That's why there's so much gambling stuff around the black community or these poor neighborhoods and all this stuff. You go for low probability outcomes at a chance for instant gratification. And I say that the number one thing, and I'm ending off here with the lecturing, the number one thing I believe, honestly, in my heart of hearts, is what's stopping the black community from really, getting to that next level is their lack of discipline. You wanted fast money? Look what happened. Now you did something reckless. Now it not only hurt you, now it hurts the reputation of the entire league. You not only hurt your bag and possibly your life, but now it's affecting everyone else's money. Now it's affecting your company's brand. Your team's brand. Now everyone's looking at these NBA players funny. Oh, is this dude really injured? Oh, is LeBron James, is he really injured? Is LeBron James in on it? Reputation destroyed because of the actions of a few. But I digress. Let's see how CNN is taking on this.
New reaction to the federal arrests of current and former NBA figures Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups, and Damon Jones. And just a short time ago, the NBA Players Union released a statement that says, in part, the integrity of the game is paramount, but so is the presumption of innocence. Both are hindered when player popularity is misused. All of this, of course, involves alleged illegal activity that involves either sports betting or rigged poker games run by the mafia.
Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators...
And it goes back to the street-ish, right? The mafia, really? You operated as a money laundering scheme for the mafia. Come on, man. Come on. For what? For some, you get some extra money on the side on top of your NBA coach salary, on top of your NBA player salary. This is what happens when people don't have skills outside of the sport they specialize in. That's why so few basketball players is able to maintain the windfall that they got at such a young age. Because when they making that kind of money, they don't want to listen to nobody. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. Hey, man, you could, put that money aside, start a business or invest that. No. I got to be in a rollie. I got to be in a paddock. Now it's trending. Nowadays, you see some NFL players, NBA players, they driving Hondas now because they starting to understand that the game is not to look rich, it's to be rich. You don't need to prove your worth to nobody. And I think that's the mentality that a lot of men fall into that. I'll say that in general. Men fall into that. Playing these fake status games. Who are you making rich? You're not making yourself rich. You're making other people's rich. But this is the kind of reckless behavior that holds a lot of people back. That keeps a lot of people in poverty. That makes you poor. You could start off with a great hand. Oh, here you go. Oh, you got rich parents. You got all this. And you squander it because you decided to do something reckless. I'm done with the lecture, y'all. But this irks me. When I see people squandering their position, like a good hand, right? Make a dumb mistake that hurts not only themselves, but their constituents, right? And yeah, presumption of innocence, I give it to them. Terry Rozier, I got less consideration for him, but it looks bad. I'm just gonna say it like that. And people already felt some type of way about the NBA as a product. But I digress.
Committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Cosa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
And we're joined now by CNN legal analyst and former federal prosecutor Elliot Williams. It's really significant who is involved here, first off.
It's so significant who's involved. Terry Rozier, current NBA player. Chauncey Billups, and this sort of hits me hard. We're exactly the same age. I've watched him and again, these are just allegations. Nothing has been proven yet. But what we're hearing about from someone who was NBA Finals MVP is quite significant. And Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach. Now, notably, the other folks who are named, and the FBI director noted them here, are the 4 of the 5 major crime families in New York organized crime: Gambino, Genovese, Lucchese, and Bonanno. They ran this network of really high-stakes poker games we're going to talk about in a second.
Okay, so let's talk about each operation, starting with Operation Royal Flush.
And law enforcement loves the fancy names.
Love a good one.
And it's a good one. This is a good one. Operation Royal Flush. This is truly bonkers, Brianna, what happened. Let's talk through some of the mechanisms to defraud people of money that happened here. You had rigged shuffling machines that could count cards and determine, does Brianna have an ace? Does Elliot have 2 4s or whatever? And then transmit a message as to what people have in their hand, were holding on to card-wise. Secret signals between people who were in the room. Electronic poker chip trays that could secretly read cards.
Watch this become a movie. I see it. And thinking over this, it reminds me of what happened to Gilbert Arenas. Isn't Gilbert Arenas caught in something like that? He's trying to play plausible deniability. Oh, I didn't know this stuff was happening in my house. Guys, come on. This dumb mistakes like this is what, like, when people come, like, when Black America complains about not having wealth, the people who have the wealth, this is the kind of stuff they do. Instead of being like Shaq, make yourself an international brand, you own like 133 franchise businesses. Instead of doing stuff like that, a lot of black athletes do stuff like this. Squander their money, living a lifestyle, right? Spending the money, getting used to a certain lifestyle, and then when their playing career is over, they don't downgrade their lifestyle. They have baby mamas all over the place. Anthony Edwards, I'm looking at you. When you don't make those money anymore, that stuff becomes a weight on you. But hey, I'm speaking to the choir.
That were on the table. You had eyeglasses and contact lenses that could indicate and could sort of read what someone had in their hands and analyzing cards. All of this is a way of tracking who had what in their hands, sending signals to people who were either in the room or out of the room, and taking people's money. You're talking about up to $7 million some of the time that was here, right?
If you are into the names here, though, the next one's even better, which is Operation Nothing But Bet.
Nothing but bet. And this is an illegal betting scheme, an alleged illegal betting scheme based on NBA games. Now, the big thing here that's jumped out to me in the indictment was this idea of non-public information. Now, if court watchers will know that's the language of insider trading. And when you're talking about trading on information that everybody in the world doesn't have, nobody has access to, but you are using to enrich yourself on. And here, information for bets as to how someone's going to perform in a game. Like, am I going to go out in the third period or whatever else? Telling people that information in advance and betting a lot of money on it.
No.
Which allegedly Terry Rozier did. And this is why I say, look, it ain't looking good for Terry. I'm just saying. Chauncey, I think he got a chance. The Jones guy, I think he got a chance. But Terry, my goodness, hey, even if he gets out free, people gonna look at him with a side eye. I'm just sorry. These guys tarnish their reputation, and reputation is like fragile glass. Once you break it, it never quite looks the same. But I digress. Let's wrap this up.
When someone is sick, right? If you know that at the last minute because you are a player or you are friends with someone or you've heard something.
Yeah, another big one here, and this should jump out to everybody. One of the defendants, Damon Jones, sends this text message to co-conspirator 9, writing, "Get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information's out. Player 3, pay attention to that name." It's white, whatever. Play attention to that name. Bet enough so D. Jones can eat too sick. Now, player 3, someone who did not play in that game, LeBron James, believed to be LeBron James, who is player 3. So they were trading on what they knew about players who might have been in and out of this game.
That is wild.
Wild indeed. Wild indeed. Not a good look. Especially if oh my God, not a good look. Now, this is alleged. I think LeBron James has nothing to do with this, honestly. I'm just saying, now people going to be like, side-eye, oh, this person's out for an injury. Oh, did he get hurt on the court? We ain't going to believe it. If you ain't looking like Paul George that time when he played at the USA practice and he snapped his leg in half, no one's going to believe you injured for real. I'm just saying. Bad look for the NBA. And the fact that Stephen A. Smith, after he just finished apologizing about Jasmine Crockett, is going out here trying to say that Donald Trump is going at them. Donald Trump is coming. Like Donald Trump is personally targeting the NBA and those who speak out against him. Come on, guy. Come on. Didn't you just finish apologizing to Jasmine Crockett? And this is what I was talking about with the liberal mob. That a lot of these so-called centrists, they're always so over catering to the left. The left cry about something. Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean make you feel that way. But he's doing this to the right. He's doing this to Trump. He ain't going to apologize for what he said because we ain't going to complain like that. We ain't going to call for his job. We're going to just be like, we don't agree with your opinion. Trump ain't actually targeting y'all. You're exaggerating. Stop it. Get some help, Stephen A. Smith.
Walk us through the charges here.
These are really serious charges. And remember, I used the term insider trading before. This is white collar crime in its truest sense. Wire fraud, which is the use of phones and electronic media to transact in illegal activity. Robbery, extortion, money laundering, and illegal gambling is charged in these indictments. This is serious stuff. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but the mere allegations ought to send a chill down the spine of every NBA fan, including any sports fan.
Yep, and that's me right there, right? Like, how can I watch a game? How can I know if the game is competitive when now I got to think about this in the back of my mind? Now, Terry Rozier, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comment section who you think is the most likely to be guilty. If all of them get off, who looked the most guilty? To me, it's Terry Rozier, hands down. Especially when I saw what Le'Veon Bell put out, or Bell, sorry. Le'Veon Bell put out that video, that clip. Bro, now I'm going to go back. I haven't watched NBA highlights in a long time. Now I'm going to go back and look at some of these games involving these individuals and seeing what's going on. One dumb call. Why would he do that? Why would he take this player out? He's doing so well in the game. Now we all got to think about bets possibly playing a part in this. And it may not be the case right now because the Fed's watching. But let me know what you think. You think a lot of people, when they get given a good opportunity, like making it to the NBA, playing a game that millions will die to play, to make millions off of, to become famous for, any sport you could think of, and all the reputation and stardom that comes with that, and to squander it doing this, I can't rationally justify that. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, please share this video. If you feel so kind, it really does help me on the algorithm. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.